Ochaba pa hosema edu enwoche. Mebebo sound bi. Mebebo ade bi ama na de mpesa wo ye ne say etuo sound abeto win account. What the account to do what pay 1, pay 2, pay 3, pay 4. What the troto ebi amefa ni patre no bi ama me figure out here. And to the you assume that T bomo yenko.
Right now, then they point to the gun come here. The man is short. Wait, I'm on live. I'm done. Those driving car, they should take him away. No. Take him to our car. No, they should take him away. He's bleeding out. He's bleeding out. I'm dying, man. I'm dying.
Mesa Bobby, I'm so went to me unkind. May I must say? Yeah, boss, a commission of inquiry a year, Juma.
So, young fellow.
Said Bobo.
Right now, then they point to the gun come here. The man is short. Wait, I'm on live. I'm done. Those driving car, they should take him away. No. Take him to our car. No, they should take him away. He's bleeding out. He's bleeding out. I'm dying, man. I'm dying.
Where are you also West Wogo by elections? When your general elections? When your Boko Haram versus American SEALs? Right? When your say Osama bin Laden ne for any America for you. This happened over the capital city of the Republic of Ghana. A small constituency of a population less than 90,000. A little above 88,000. National Security Minister and run our Commission of Inquiry. You can't have 2 years to 2 years.
When the SWAT team later attempted to go closer the house, the inmates started pelting them with stones. And later, they also said they heard gunshots coming from within the compound of the house. Our boys then gave some 6 warning shots, which they tell me did not hit anybody. But obviously, I await the end of the investigations to find out exactly what happened and how many shots they fired and whether it did hit somebody. For now, the commander tells me that the gunshot wound, one person was shot or had a gunshot wound. Whether it was a gunshot wound or not, we can only wait for the investigations to find out. They believe that that shot did not come from the warning shots that they gave, but probably the one from within the compound. They do not even remember seeing any such person on the ground, and that the person who was shot came from that compound.
For share or may really me pese me kasa denden because me pese me ka so for share National Security Minister Owura Kandapa say tuonu etoto ye no ne ekofa ba ye ne ye say ne boys ye SWAT team ye omode omo call ye no wo so omo koduru ye a mo ben baby a etuonu free ba no ye di ka pa wo mo abo eti buo no achi ne sane eniema empanimfo ne yes okay ye betoa so aben honomo ana nipa no omo wo within na chese fie honomo fie a wo ka no ye candidate NDC candidate no ni fie en wo se abo no free ba ye nipa na omo no enya intelligence omo honomo no chese ebo no free ba nti omo ben ho no ena omo sha ase ase tututuo free ho ba ena ne boys no so ma warning shot 6 warning shot na omo ma ye no mo bia per information omo de bre no omo no warning shot e free ni boys no no etu a mo bia enti nipa no a etu kan na ne si e betwa ne nan yo si entwa ne nan yo na ne si e betwa ne nan no
we busa question si kire mu wi a
o si sa nipa no setu kan no a emfiri ne boys no no mo enti no ba bia tuo no free potin eni tuo dodo se ne ten ne ba no afei na omo koye nhwehwemu na omo hu ba bi kura sa tuo no atu bebrebe no efire na nso obetumi aka asisu dua se wono information a wanya de etu ebo obi ema ne namu se bu yo se ye den no emfiri ne boys a wode wokoye ho eti investigations ni nyina achi no eno aso wo bibi kan obetumi ade bi aka ho
Atobo Kandapa voice no bi mama
when the SWAT team later attempted to go closer the house, the inmates started pelting them with stones. And later, they also said they heard gunshots coming from within the compound of the house. Our boys then gave some 6 warning shots, which they tell me did not hit anybody. But obviously, I await the end. When the SWAT team later attempted to go closer the house, the inmates started pelting them with stones. And later, they also said they heard gunshots coming from within the compound of the house. Our boys then gave some 6 warning shots, which they tell me did not hit anybody. But obviously, I await the end of the investigations to find out exactly what happened and how many shots they fired and whether it did hit somebody. For now, the commander tells me that the gunshot wound, one person was shot or had a gunshot wound. Whether it was a gunshot wound or not, we can only wait for the investigations to find out. They believe that that shot did not come from the warning shots that they gave, but probably the one from within the compound. They do not even remember seeing any such person on the ground, and that the person who was shot came from that compound.
Okay. Captain, what?
What first voice, no audio, no. Somebody was shouting, "Shoot!" Anybody trained from the Ghana Police Service, Ghana Armed Forces, Immigration, prisons, even national security, properly trained, will not shout, "Challenge, shoot!" Incident. It clearly tells you they were not trained guys.
Yeah.
They were boys of some people.
Yeah, no. We didn't say can the pass the fufra betumo see a war more no more within. And ye war no so boys. And this shout to shoot no nefri fear one na say nefri can the pa boys and no so ye ntumi ye. Because shoot no e betumi aba say free within fear one more and na say free can the pa boys. Si commission adwuma de hia papa.
Commission no adwuma ye.
Omo wa adwuma ye.
Commission no.
Omo wa adwuma na captain ade ba akwa sesei no me ne ekoso nyina mahu wo mu ni se atuo hihye nipa ho wo mayi mu atuo hihye nipa ho wo mayi mu
yenko Honorable Ambrose Dairy on the police vehicles, right? Dafi yenti enra kasa yenti kan.
The SWAT team at the National Security Headquarters has some vehicles allocated to them for their day-to-day use. Some of them come from the police and are painted in police colors. Some are not painted. They belong to the National Security, but they are available for the SWAT team to use as and when necessary.
What the way to the Interior Minister name no koka yena. Any the IGP aka. Na menkase entrobia bam, but inconsistencies no doso, contradictions no doso. Interior Minister say cars now what they call enye police vehicles. Enye Ghana Police Service cars kra. See the SWAT team called National Security near the police car more a police their IGP name. But me adeva kwaya na me dene obi obetimi asechire na to aka no correct said the Ambrose Dairy Interior Minister aye no. Odwam agu ho bam. Ama de no mu aye zuguma. Yente the Honorable Brian Achampong, Minister of State in charge of National Security and Sukai.
Okay, so we are seeking information as to, what exactly happened. Why did you have national security officers at the home of only one of the candidates and not the others? What was going on?
Thank you. That information, the information that we had operatives in only one of the candidates' house is not true.
Okay.
We had an election task force made up of police, national security, immigration, customs, prisons. And we deployed to all the homes of the aspirants, the parliamentary candidates. So that information is not true.
Okay. All right. So is there any reason for this, or this is protocol? You deployed to all their homes?
It's standard protocol. We need to protect every parliamentary candidate.
Okay. But was there some specific assignment for? Was there some intelligence leading to some specific assignment which got out of hand?
It is standard protocol that when you have an election like this, you assign security personnel to the parliamentary candidate or parliamentary or presidential candidate. It's a standard security protocol that we adhere to. In addition to that, we also receive intelligence information about some stuff, movements here and there that we track, we trace, and then we neutralize. And that information I may not be comfortable sharing on there.
I see. So the men who were fully armed in the buckets of the vehicles that we saw, they are not they are not guards for the MPs. They were for the special assignment on the intelligence you spoke about, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So were they successful in the assignments?
Because it's under active investigations, what the information we have goes beyond the by-election that we just witnessed. It's a massive operation of movement of certain things that is undesirable to the public.
Okay.
And it's something that the operation or the information that we have, what we are tracking, has not ended. I mean, as we speak now, our men are actively engaged in unraveling the thing that we suspect it is. So it has not ended. When it ends and we deem it fit to let apprise the public of that information, we will.
Okay, so if I could get you clearly, your men are still at the home which was suspected to hold arms and ammunition, and when they are done, you will inform us if it is necessary?
I did not say that. I said we are we are conducting a major investigation for the public good.
Okay.
It started before the by-election. The by-election day, there were something that we followed up. Even today and yesterday, we're still that investigation is still ongoing. When it is complete and they are successful, the public will have to know. We will apprise the public.
Do you think the public must know because of the circumstances now, or that it will be a matter of your discretion still?
I am not too sure what the current circumstance is, or what the problem
because of what it has led to. 18 people injured. 18 people injured. Some have been to the hospital.
Can you repeat that, please?
18 people injured. We are told about 7 or so that were treated at is it Legon area or is it 37 and so on. We have seen people who have their legs.
Where are you getting these numbers from?
Of course, the graphic reported 18 people injured.
I'm not too sure these numbers are accurate.
Okay.
We arrested 9 people in that house.
Okay.
In a home that is suspected to be the home of a candidate. We arrested 9 people. 6 of them, in an attempt to resist arrest, were injured.
Okay.
They were all sent to the East Legon police station.
That's right.
Those that were injured were given medical forms to report to the police station. And we're talking about minor injuries. We have all the images. So I don't know. In fact, when the police went to the hospital to interview those who were there, we're talking a number of about 13.
Okay.
So we are not aware that 18 people injured and this and that. All those things are being cooked up by social media activists. I don't know where that story is coming from. It's not true.
Okay. So what do you say? My guests on the platform this morning, all 4 of them are united in saying this was a botched operation. That's as national security, a lot more was expected. You could have been a lot more proactive, and you could have acted in ways that would not have resulted in what we saw. What do you say to that?
Well, I don't know the question that was put to them, and there's a lot of misinformation going around and judgment being passed on that misinformation. We have intelligence. We go to the scene of the suspected location. We go there, we deal with the situation, and I'm not too sure why those who went there for the public good are the ones being blamed. If the operatives that were sent there they misconducted themselves. That one we will deal with it. But I think that at least those who are working to protect the public good deserve some commendation for following up on the intelligence, something that we have been working on for the past 1 month.
Okay, anyway, the year Honorable Brian Achampong and Samson Ladi Ayinini war news file. So wait, what ye? And of course, commission one so and rap or Bibia or Kaya tia the beto immune no now one kasa. What for my opinion? Elfie. Opening for watching your security analyst. Eja watching my chair.
Many other Jones, Captain.
Bibia Bocodia.
Oh, man, I'm on way.
And Kakra, yes, you are also phone now. As a wooden Kakra. Pacho, I mean, him said, no, we are but sending a dodge share commission of inquiry why I was so gone. And a short commission, no proceedings now.
Yeah, no, anyone to 2019, but my case moon Kakra.
They would say to you, who say.
What I was saying?
Would say to you, Muno, saying our home, then Abeka.
Kakra mechanic, which is statement from head of security, I mean, the internal security in the national security in Syria.
The report that I have, I never said anywhere that I have deployed men to any place. I never said that.
Okay, would say the me the challenge you say went to me and Tianing no and Tinabema Ebiana questions maybe Sanana Joe Cope a chance. But Kakrana would say, you know, would me identifying consistencies beyond contradictions be
Yeah, Ube said contradiction Kakron, but Captain American said, make Bomodi and said I am one, but limit personally said. Mechanics say for coordination, but I have the answer intelligence and not security agents and intention. A test makes them on Fatum to say before 9/11, no, CIA for FBI for say, no, that challenge is only do war. Only from Malaysia, I would say FBI for you US, and even almost me and coordinating my CA. You know, intelligence gathering only say where to treat your material, maybe I should have one.
Put say in someone who said they can't buy an information it just said na a true war candidate in a back of ye. And so National Security Minister say a woman who be there yet to find any weapon. What should I saying?
The American said intelligence here is 100%. But no parliament say what should be there? I was so to one among. It is a 1-2-1 among. The debate. But intelligence here, it to me would do a far better. Over the moon, so Kaya before US invaded Iraq. Colin Power at the cancer Iraq before no weapons of mass destruction. I'll be shown what TV so UN assembly will be able. But over Kaya for nothing. And the intelligence here, we are nearly no correct. So, Oshapaya acquire or free Iraq or back at the US force or Saddam Hussein and chemical weapons. Meaning, because of no pet, your friend is saying, German warcraft. In the intelligence government on something to see. But being in my career, and there was a year, they said, you send a whole part, one copy, then sending their field.
There's a total intelligence yet to be created.
Oh, yeah, intelligence, no, a total, I have, but they are you about the bar.
That the near me question say, I mean, we saw that and maybe sound of you. Are we safe?
The part of question is your
Are we safe?
Yes, we are safe.
All right.
We are safe. Yes, sir. I had the Bambo man, Unyano, 40, and you're going back at 100%. America cross said, almost walk no going back here, intelligence capabilities, no driver, yeah, many imagine them. But I also interested in this. You know what GDA or Ghana security agencies. So we can't say, for my ministry, or make for what in the meaning.
All right, then. But I say, Uncle Paul. Paul Watson, your security analyst. And you said the Honorable Brian, a war commission hall.
The report that I have, I never said anywhere that I have deployed men to any place. I never said that. And I think the report should come up to suggest to the media because it's caused me a lot of pain. And I'm sure you've heard it. The president quoted me last time. I don't know where he got a quote from. Everybody is saying what they don't know. When the tape is available for everybody to listen, I never said I have deployed men anywhere.
You do admit that we had masked uniform men at the polling stations or some of the polling stations?
Yes. My information and from what I have seen on the video is that some of the SWAT team or those attached to the SWAT team had masks on.
Were they part of the security operatives attached to the election?
The information I have is that the 60 people that were deployed for that operation, that specific operation, were there on a different mission.
Who are these uniformed masked men, to the best of your knowledge?
We have operatives within our setup. We have all kinds of people within our setup to protect you, Council. All kinds of people. But in addition to that, we have a police SWAT team that is attached to us, equipped by the police, because they're in police uniform, they hold weapons, and all that. When they are on operations, they are supported by some of these operatives, depending on the nature of the operation and where the local knowledge. So if SWAT people are coming to Castle and we have operatives within our setup that are familiar with the Castle, they will join them and then go and conduct the operation. So in this particular operation, there were 25 SWAT police people supported by 35 operatives.
Entina Winnie on Samson Ladi in the interview, no.
Captain,
Anna.
Omo say no mo church ase wo ho no ntino. Omo aka. Eno ana omo keka no ho no mo no. Na se minister ka che se chuo bebrebe e tro ye no. Emu nsia na free ne men ho a meni emisuro eyetu a enne is in circulation e wo Ghana ase. Etu a hihye nipa ho. Nipa bi a se wo num nya bambofo a etu kitakita wo mayi mu. Eno na ama o mayi mu aye hu. If se nipa no bufu kakra bi ni ye twituo ni ye tutuo woni a ya tete won so wo ye vigilante fo so wo ye hefo ya kire wo tuo yo mu kitatuo e se ye mpai bo a ye bo ye ni asofo ne woni aka nyina se ye nwu no etuo no a hyehye bo ho no wo de kwahe wo de be ye de tuo no omunya firi he fa captain omukonya tuo no firi he enti small arms commission penifo wonu mu wa adwuma ye e wo ho omu wa adwuma ye sani etese wo bia bufu kakra bi a etuo hye ne ho no wo to wo bia bufu kakra bi a saa de no na ya nhwe yi a ebema ne ma age nsamu
yentie kandapa on the masked men into of a kind. But
again, I'm not sure who was masked or who was it. I have asked that question, and I'm told that some of the uniformed policemen also had the mask on. So it was not only the operatives, if you like, call them the civilian operatives, who were wearing the mask on that day. That is the information I have been given by the commander.
Honorable, these civilian operatives are they officially part of our security arrangement? Officially?
These civilians have been part of the national security architecture for years. It's not something that has recently been created.
National security or civilians.
Again, I'm not sure who was masked or who was it. I have asked that question, and I'm told that some of the uniformed policemen also had the mask on. So it was not only the operatives, if you like, call them the civilian operatives, who were wearing the mask on that day. That is the information I have been given by the commander.
Honorable, these civilian operatives are they officially part of our security arrangement? Officially?
These civilians have been part of the national security architecture for years. It's not something that has recently been created.
Anyway, so that's the Minister of National Security.
Omunye commission na djuma no na yenhwe government so ne response to recommendations bi ebefiri mu aba yenyina ye watwen yemu a ye twen ne ebekoso nyina na abusuafo da ubonkrata ne yemmo na APOSO na yenkoyanim the chronicle and yede ebehase voices ni bi ene abobo no na chronicle de ya abode aba wose oswafo ya national security wodan no wonmunyamfo kandapa en wode atudwa ese wonu mu a etutuo na no ewa ayawaso waswagu no omunya ne men omu atututuo ema bi kobo obi na mu no omu enye ne men de obonkrata echemu sempanimfo apie commission wanim yeso obia mekanasem na owura kandapa kodu wonu mu bisa no se atututuo no ekoso ema ebi ebo wo bi nan ya ne boda ya sabia no efiri hefa ena kandapasi o sa tuo no de ne ebi kobo wo bi nan no owura delali kwasi brempon ya NDC amanyoko no ye omo candidate ni fie ena efire eti newudo kwana kwato chronicle na hwe ensam no ne we kan de na we ya kan de de bonkata no ewom den na
so ma me na fe me kwa homa no so Openi Adom Bona, a security analyst. Mr. Bona, good morning. Hello. Mr. Bona, good morning. Ejabona ntemi.
My yenko we so. Nanra aprosifo mpanimfo ahyase e wonu mu kasa se bambo no bi ase ne e wo kan ebeboa wo.
Ka to sa IGP nkasa. Wa kasa.
Yes ehia broni an okatwi.
Me ka chen so nkasa. Hello, Mr. Bona, good morning. Mr. Adom Bona, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Pacho what me nkase say?
Yeah, me tonka.
Me da se pa. Pacho net say.
Radio Adom boko.
Me ma watching so.
Me ma watching so me chia etifu nya.
Yo. Pacho enra me short commission no me nyane nte se u follow ya fi na hyese kosi na wie. Pacho sanete.
Pacho sanete.
Me da se.
Yeah.
Then
sanete, yes.
From your field as a security analyst, now who Nyama say?
Me say Nyoma the course on no ABA me say some of us ye ni ma ye hu say in terms of your bamboo mun sensem no omo anka so mu di ho akotene no I say omo nheda and coordinate ye omo nhye da and nin komo omo nhye da adwuma no eda se bia the eso omo ye no omo aye too busy and a call mandate na nkasa de omo nhye da enye wo hwe enra among the two ministers, Minister of National Security and Minister of State in charge of national security. Mukasa yemono o utie ya obi otumi monitor bia be unse na I so bia a story nko obi a story nko stories no na obi a dey different and so uhwemu ana ha dwene yi I mean say kakra metumi aka wo ho no.
Issue of these masked men. Answers, no, now we are comfortable. If we say it was well answered.
Oh, and well answered, not at all. As for the answer, Bia and Ra, Yera Kandapa, Emma, say we have used them for you can't say what's the name? Safe match display. And therefore it is not strange. A practical example. Bia. There were some Aboyefu be and I say some armed robbers and I say drug barons be under siege. You know, our security for addresses say Aquako Ebua Hodia, Nankebia, Mecca say yes. And so because there is a course so Yawaso West Wogoni, it was not a safe match display. And so it was a serious encounter among civilians. And so the answer was completely, for me, Ubisami America said, I won't take that answer and say no question, no. Because, first of all, intelligence been on PKN, and so what was the essence of putting on face masks? What was the essence? And yet, probably, this can but I'm sure that it's because of the way things have changed. That is why probably they are asked to provide answers, and we are here receiving this type of answers. But me answer now or my any day, me say and share and classroom that be.
My description be wo na said abeya me pese me kind of foforo no my ntie no.
Again, I'm not sure who was masked or who was it. I have asked that question, and I'm told that some of the uniformed policemen also had the mask on. So it was not only the operatives, if you like, call them the civilian operatives, who were wearing the mask on that day.
So, Mr. Bona, in security, when you find a civilian operative?
There is nothing like civilian operative. There is nothing like civilian operative. It's the first time I'm hearing that anyway. Because within the Ghana Police Service, they have civilian, you can't say, workers. The civilian workers, they are not operational officers. You know, cleaning and fixing other stuff. These are people who you can say are civilian. Even when you go to the military itself, they have civilian workers. Those people have nothing to do with operational matters. And so to say somebody, those who are wearing T-shirts and beating people were civilian operatives of national security. And that's why I'm saying a lot of contradiction, because who is a civilian operative? I mean, who is a civilian operative who mounts a SWAT vehicle, a SWAT team truck, and goes to, you can say, a place that you have picked intel has, you know, guns and ammunition? What does a civilian operative know? I mean, are they directing you to the place? And so for me, this commission, will say, because who is a civilian operative? National security operatives are not civilian operatives. They are not civilian. You can wait here for Mutie. On bet to me, I check it. You can say Wikipedia, and also on bet to me, I check it. Any of the online dictionaries. You can't be a civilian. Any will be a civilian in terms of security. You know. I don't understand it. I don't know whether
it's just a matter of semantics, or he really meant what he said. But for me, national security, the national security, if you work with national security and you are a civilian, you can say person, meanwhile with the national security, you will be probably doing other things, not operational matters. And so, and only the Antasun who can make us probably he needs to be invited to come and explain what he means by national security, civilian operatives who were working with armed operatives. I don't know whether the constitution has changed where you can just mount a police vehicle and go with the police people when they are going to catch armed robbers, and you are there, and you are able to do that with the police. No, it doesn't work that way. No.
Meaning, so observe here, they are not coordinated.
Exactly. They were not. I mean, that's why I'm saying that. What the young fan is there, wait here for any one casa. You've never been part of any SWAT team. You've never operationally. You've never seen it before. Just go and Google and see how SWAT teams work. I mean, recently, even the military undertook some mock exercise, and the military have their own, team who deal with some of this situation. And you will see during their training, there were people who were taken hostage, and how they have to cover each other's back, how they have to probably, throw in a grenade here, how they have to do this, how they have. But these people just, came off the vehicles and started chasing people. There were no cover, there was no nothing, and so it was more or less, something that it was like just go there, beat them up. I mean, you be something America said. It's like people who are demonstrating, and police officers are sent in, and they have to chase the people away. That is the way it looked. It was really not coordinated, and so for me, yes, I mean, Ubia, you don't need to be an expert in this area to know that this was not coordinated. Those who are watching us, they can go and Google and see the West Hill Mall in Kenya when it came under attack. The SWAT team that was sent in there to bring this Al-Shabaab, or these people, take them down. See how they attacked the place. The SWAT team. Look at how they attacked the place. They were there almost uncovered. They made sure they needed to bring the situation under control. It didn't matter what it took. They brought the situation under control. But when the people disagreed with them, then they quickly ran back. 45 minutes, 1 hour, they had left the place. Meanwhile, the said there were weapons in the building. So these are things that would be something America said. And there is something that there is Bibi or Ebia, also more country and say, stay in your core, but Ebia, a poor name, the Aka, any but there was a reason because if they went there because of any two abobana, the bombs now they are there. The national security don't have bomb disposal aspects. The Ghana police don't have bomb disposal aspects. It is only the military who have bomb disposal aspects. The whole of this country, Ghana, have the only unit or more bomb disposal aspect trained to deal with bombs and find bombs. I had the military. And so if they went into the place and they said they, cache of arms, they didn't say maybe side arms and answer assault rifles alone, but there could be anything. You need to prepare and go in with the bomb disposal aspect. If you have to go in with the K9, because the military have their own sniffer dogs that can sniff bombs and all that. They have them. The military have them. They have them. So you would have gone in there all prepared with the K9 team, with all the teams. But they didn't do that. And so for me, this was an operation that I don't know what type of intelligence I'm taking here. Why did they even retreat? A SWAT team retreating. How does a SWAT team retreat? SWAT teams don't retreat. Why? You know that once you are a member of the SWAT team, you put your life on the line that at any moment anything could happen to you. So when you are sent to the situational ground, even if say 2 months in Puna, you stay there. You can go and Google you can say check these things these days are online, so you don't have to have witnessed it before. You can go and they are there. They are there every now and then they are there. And so for me, normally be ensure that and transform, and so that's what I can say.
Bano wamoka na wamudi ye juma IGP abeka na Interior Minister say Debbie cars na wamu use ye no nye police vehicles and ye Ghana Police Service and the pros vehicles na de ma wamu say wamu fanko yensu ye hu say police car and na wamu timi say nye police car kwa ya brand no Ghana Police Service wamu logo at the time and ra wo follow no wutimi hu ye obi ma answer bi chese ebia ifri ha and I say free ha.
And they made to me I can say I will take what the IGP says because Ghana ha IGP Minister of Interior the omokan no Ghana ha police for omo the person who the IGP answers to the Interior Minister, then Interior Minister answer the answer to the President. And so say IGP Ankasa Abab before not IGP, I'm saying then IGP so be taking a stand I'm told. They had already come out to say it's a vehicle and your modia. And your modia because so be our name IGP car no a GP1. IGP car a GP1. Unim the deputy car a GP2. In that order, a seniority, that order to the operational vehicles, any the car, the Omo friends who the Omo far prisoners, the Omo now GP. And so when a police vehicle undertakes operation, that's even if one who GP no, that's all to me a bot numbers that's what the map police for now. Call into data, a car with is attached to a district and I say Kwame Danso district and I say this district. But the a vehicle that is not registered to the police that has kind of saying police logos and police name on the vehicle. That alone speaks volumes. That how did that anomaly happen? How did that anomaly happen? How did they order the vehicle in the name of the police? And a vehicle normal police for then a buy. And so these are a lot of questions that probably national security for no also more answer. Let me say they say Amory. Meaning whether the constitution allows them to keep an armory. But as far as I'm concerned, constitution no so keep an armory. Armory bombs in the womb. And I said then in the womb is it assault rifles. Because they are not supposed to do that. The military and the police, they are the people who must have some of these things. But national security, apart from sidearms, me as a private citizen, let me first say, and including, becoming a bearer of a firearm, I would apply to the Ministry of Interior for a firearm permit. And then once it is issued, it's granted. I will tell them, say, 9 mm, and I say, maybe 12. And now, depending on, they have their limits. I go in for 9 mm or whatever caliber. And then I'm told, even that they have to go take you through a process. And so, a convention, I mean, a lawyer there, but it is not grounded in any law, any constitution. This is a paramilitary institution that needs to be disbanded, just like the vigilante groups have been disbanded. And so,
who's to say national security? No, it lacks proper security structure.
Yeah, the OSHA is still amongst opinion for me in here. No one who said there is a lot of work has to be done there. If I am asked to restructure the place, I will start from the top and clean the place very well with detergents. I will wipe the whole place with detergents and make sure that their orientation, they get proper orientation with Ejuma, because you're in cleaning her with proper detergents. That's cleaning and carboning. So you clean it with proper detergents, making sure that orientation, they always stay focused on their jobs. Focused on their jobs because omo primary motive, I say, omo de omaso abeto fem na aboyefo person omo di adwuma bia omo and ebe catch police for ebe tia police for na so say, hey, these people are just about to strike. They are just about to go and rob. These people are just about to go and do that. They are about to go and do that. Drug dealers are coming in with drugs. The ship is on its way coming to Ghana. Very soon, 2 days. And so we need the Marine Police Force to be on standby. Once you see a vessel with flying this flag and vessel number so and so, detain all the crew. That is their work. And so they are not supposed to be people that you see every day. You are not. You can stay with one person without even knowing the panel or a national security operative. You see them going around, sometimes intimidating people and doing things that they are not allowed to do. Look at the way the FBI, the CIA, and the rest they work. I mean, they have a clear mandate. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you are Trump, whether you are whoever you are. They have the technical know-how, to get you. Look at the MI5, the MI6. Look at the Israeli Mossad. Just look at all these people internationally, the secret agencies. Look at the way they work. But it's become a third force where they are now doing the work of the police. To me, I'm not losing focus. And security architecture, no, I hear a bit mixed up. And think abano see from Nanka, share that they are cleaning that place with detergents, strong detergents, to make sure that orientation is good. And then also getting people into the service who would be loyal to the country, not loyal to a political party and as an individual. But we bring in people who are loyal to a party or an individual. That way, these people, you cannot say these people are, secret, they work with any secret agency. No, because then if your loyalty is to a party, when the party goes, it means that you are going to leak information. And so for me, I think these are some of the things that will be something America is affecting that particular agency.
Organized structure.
I think Ghana have presidents, and the Shannon. No to me, I can't say, who be some America say, share the orientation. I'm just repeating myself again. Let's check them because we are told they have about 1,000 national security operatives. 1,000 national security operatives. Please, let's do the calculation. Even if each person is going to earn 1,000 Ghana cedis a month, you do the calculation and see whether it is worth it paying 1,000 people 1,000 Ghana cedis minimum a month. And we still have this amount of crime that is going on. When we have just 10 regions in Ghana, if we have just 10 regions, now we are going to have 17. It doesn't really, having the 17 doesn't necessarily mean the population has gone up. No, we are going to have 16 regions. It doesn't mean the population is gone up. And so 1,000, even if you are going to share a minimum of 100 for each region, and that's a 50 for each region. That's those who are there are well trained. I'm telling you that crime. But unfortunately, that is not what we are seeing. 1,000 your boss. We need to interrogate it. Who are they? What are they doing? Are they always packed out there? What are they doing? Are they at the regional offices? What are they doing? Report again, and so I think that that institution, if we are the president, as well share that on name opinion for almost streamline focus on prime aim of evaluating, monitoring, and what do you call it? Picking intelligence and sharing same with the forces, the police, and then the military, and making sure, even including immigration, making sure that you can say even someone sharing this information with the other security agencies, the prison, because sometimes the national security follow could pick intelligence that there could be a prison break in his home, and therefore they will tell the prison director general of Ghana prisons, we will need a backup because there's likely to be a prison break. And this information is so because sometimes these people, some of them are sent into prisons to be in prisons, and they rotate. And it is part of the work they sign out to do. We don't have it that way. So kakra meet me akanono.
Finally, ex-President Mahama admitted diplomatic corps no showed such videos here about Bontin the Chirewomo. Internationally, effective and no way so.
I understand no the wanyeni kese onyabotre kakra. Because the see say will stop it. It shouldn't happen. Can't want them say. You see, the president and his vice have instituted a presidential commission to probe what happened. The police themselves, we are told, are also on the criminal aspect of the case. After the commission's findings, if what the commission does and then this can be done. But calling them and showing this to them, well, it is his right. And I believe that I wouldn't know why he showed it to them, but it would be something internationally. And yet very good. It exposes us, it makes us, that the moment probably the parties go into opposition, sometimes they begin to do certain things that internationally about affecting them, because then in terms of business, you are meeting diplomatic corps, and the point is that they are directly connected with businesses who are going to be coming into this country. They are directly connected to tourists who will come into Ghana. They are directly connected to probably funding that will come into Ghana. And so showing them this, if you ask me, I would say it's something that probably he shouldn't have done. If you ask me, if I am an advisor to former President Mama, I would have advised him that no, you don't have to show this, because chances are that you could be the president of Ghana tomorrow, and you would not like it if this is done. And so, Obisami, I think that he was still advised. Those who advised him should have stopped him, should have advised him not to show this to the diplomat. In any case, they pick this information. They will pick this information themselves. You don't have to share it with them. So allow them, let them pick whatever they picked, do whatever they want to do with it, but not from officialdom, where they are assembled in a room. I ask them, okay, and then you see how things are going. And I believe that they see we've had other incidents in Ghana. But in 2019, what we are calling for is that we don't want to see it happen again, and therefore we need to put in measures. And so for me, I may say it is his right to show it. But if I were an advisor to him, I would have advised him not to show this to them and see how it is going to go, because he is one time commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, one time chairman of the National Security Council, and so he knows that governance of a country is bigger sometimes, and that is why people are appointed. So for me, I think that I'm not too happy. I'm not happy. I would say I'm not too happy. I'm not happy with him showing this to them, that it is his right to do that. That's what I can say.
Mr. Bonano, pay me that.
Yes, madam.
Adam Bonano, security analyst. Now me bisa question bi wa offer na adwa ka chem say hwe diplomatic on the san omuti o je wa mfre no obeba wo nyina nso koi ba business here no omonya o
na captain we video no a we yi na motive na ne say ne ode kire o na motive na ne say
I am not his spokesperson
ejo ene na hu hia me ko ehun hia mo ana mo
and catch a producer na no
omo ana omo kontokwa ne Ghana
but your question be about
omo ana omo de vigilante groups na but they should stop it ukoyi a kire omo no say yendai omo yendai omo de omo ukoyi a kire omo say omo mra na omo stop ana so me ne dai mo na matitiku stop it mu no mu ukoyi a kire omo no yanya mo dai mo na maye mu hu fi boto na mu wie na mo say abrofo no na metu mu fo ana so me mo dai mu be jaye
na de mo dan krabu a say je mo from mo de nkraman fi Israel ba
nyere mo
Honorable Yao Safoma for senior minister on this same issue. Okay, say Obonyum Otiate on.
Uti gaga we asidia.
Uti gaga we. Etia, ebe hadrin pa. Mpacho. Yako. Ubonyum.
The parliamentary candidate.
Anwa. Okay. Kwai.
To say the least, this is unpatriotic and shameful. It is because if he gathered Ghanaians, call it Ghanaians in the academia or Ghanaian professionals, Ghanaian businessmen, and he talked about matters of concern to him, I'll have no problem. He's a former head of state and therefore a very important opinion leader. But to gather foreigners and try to paint Ghana black is just not acceptable. What is he really after? What does former President Mahama want to portray? Why does he want to paint Ghana black when indeed there is nothing to paint black? There was some violence. It didn't happen in a polling station. It happened, as it were, in the parliamentary candidate's house, away from any polling station. And we are yet to know who even shot. Why would you want this to look like it's a national disaster? There's really nothing, it's not good, and I will never support any such thing. But if you look at what has happened in previous by-elections in this country, this is nothing more than what had happened earlier. Somebody drove through a crowd in a by-election in the Tiwa. What happened? Of course it does, particularly when he did it with foreigners. Because now these same foreigners are going to look at the work of this commission. And this commission is made up of really top-class men of integrity. So I think it undermines the work of the commission. But one thing I've heard that I'm very happy about, that the commission is being held in open. It's being covered by the media live. Therefore, Ghanaians will get to know exactly what happened. When we came from Brazil, he set up a commission under an appeal court judge. And to me, it was the right thing he did. And therefore, for Akufo-Addo to do the same when there was a problem, and for him to condemn it is just inconsistency. It's contradictory. Unless he didn't understand what he did some time back. If he understood it, Akufo-Addo is doing the same, and rightly so. People are so disappointed with that comment. And I don't believe that people will use it to push violence. But he's certainly trying to incite people for violence. But
one kwa one here Sam George untimi njida no because one Same can say yeah the blogger should be trimanewu I can show you so that day but as and follow you minimum up till now say bia ya kasa obi ewu e hwa etuo ne de to here the course no nye
captain
the toso biom no say enkofosio Same kojeje na no odi police bi atemu so ye den o ne ye born asum Same I think say we call commission anymore you'll be able to also tell your side of the story. NDC as a party, you are a member of parliament.
No, Captain, for me too more.
Entino Oba Modiana Okwa. And Oba Boakakra. Na for yet me who asem no Nenisu ye na ekoye din sa and ye na you be a commentary. Ekwaso person kale.
Party no say the party as an organization there omunko in the name of the party but a member be woman as obi person ko as an individual in your name say be to say Sam George there he can go
then say commission no invite NDC as a party
yeah and no almost statement no
the commission will not invite MPP as a party they will invite individuals are affected or who became victims
or according to say you can go
then they issue a statement in
it is Sam George be to Mako Sam George be to me
as these two people are waste too
as I'm no one worker
I keep saying this yeah how are you bring na NDC MPP waste let's look for a political being and put both of them into it.
One country be a MPs ni omu PFP parliament oba mode that's been squeezy one or mode omu shame say or more disappointed or mono. Say be ne was a koso.
You Royal Nick Hotel some countries as spices of love and a day koso. We're going to be this week here, could see the 18th of this month. What would offer be call Obede did I said Sunday 17th and to Monday the 18th and to program we be end the 18th more now more packages be rose petal 10 down service in room na a surprise in room on arrival and a complimentary use of all in-house facilities buffet 100 cities so onkwa wona wodofo 180 and kwala won fiensia kosim fiedum yenu so 50 Ghana from 024319 2840 or 0243192852 but Mr. Wa office we na available so we book it directly with the hotel 70% non-refundable deposit required nti sikana ebejo no say 70% no hotel no settlement cancer pedro ho and I face obeda ho nso a 20% discount to more than a share so for some ya kosi 18th of this month Marina Mall and so say agro no de e koso e gi ani sa Ghana de do vast de gi ani chen baby a e gi ani papa anti enra no say no love live band no DJ Willie no de gine mo ho anti and there a old school bash giveaways and carpet moments come up and then no never cost ho na che say na de cheme me da sunde Marina Jamboree e be yiri mu ho pa patcho Marina Mall e wo airport city but more than share so just visit Marina Mall for the ultimate shopping experience because our prices are moderate.
106.3 FM. Jim FM 106.3. Top. Only God can stop us now. 106.3 FM. Jim FM 106.3.